In this question, we're being asked to solve the equation for all complex numbers. In general, complex numbers could mean imaginary numbers, or it could also mean whole numbers mixed with fractions. So if you notice, all of these answer choices have a mix of that, and we're going to just solve it and see which one's the answer. As I mentioned in the previous video, the first thing you want to do is just make sure that it's in standard form, and that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. It is. So we're going to go ahead and first try graphing it and see how that looks like, just to have an idea of when we get our answers, to check if we can verify that they're correct or not. So from here, we can notice that the parabola will be touching on the right side of the x-axis in these 2 points. So definitely we need to get 2 positive answers. And from what I'm seeing, it is going to be one in between 1 and 2. And then another one seems like it's touching at 3. So let's just double check and do the math accurately with the formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. So this is the quadratic formula, which is another method of solving, just algebraically. And we're going to specify what our a, b, and c values are going to be. So a is going to be 2, b is going to be negative 9, c is going to be positive 9. So once we get these numbers, we're going to substitute them where they go. So we're going to have negative b, which is negative 9, and then plus or minus the square root of b squared, so that's negative 9 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 2, and times c, which is 9, over 2a, which is 2 times 2. Next, we're going to simplify the expression by checking the discriminant first. And again, if you have a calculator, you want to type that first and see what that gives you. So you're going to have negative 9 squared minus 4 times 2 times 9. And that just gives me 9. So that means that this highlighted portion can just become square root of 9. And as we rewrite, let's simplify this part. Negative times negative, that's positive 9. And then 2 times 2 is 4. So we have now to check what square root of 9 is. So we type square root of 9. Square root of 9 gives us 3 as an answer, which means that this whole portion right here will be a 3. And we're going to have 9 plus or minus 3 over 4. And just to check why it's 3, it's once again 9 is square root of 9 is 3 times 3. So if these 2 3's come out, there's nothing left inside the square root, which disappears. So we're left with the whole number of 3. All right, so this is the part that some of you get confused too because of the notation of how it looks. But pretty much what this is saying is that you're going to have an answer when x is equal to 9 plus 3 divided by 4. And then you're going to have another answer when x equals 9 minus 3 divided by 4. So we can check in our calculator or just do it by hand. But if you're going to use a calculator, you could type this as a fraction already. You could just type 9 plus 3 at the top, divide by 4, press enter, and that gives you an answer. And then you could also do 9 minus 3, so you just go and change that plus into a minus, and you get 3 halves. And just so you know what 3 halves are, you can press Control Enter, and it turns that 3 halves into a decimal, which is 1.5. So technically we have an answer at 3 and at 1.5. So if you look at the sketch we had, that makes sense. We have a 1.5 in between 1 and 2, and we have that 3 right there. So these are the solutions.